Chapter 3 Warriors Awake. Annie and Jack stood on the main road. The road passed through the center of the camp. It was lined with rows of wooden buildings. "Where is everybody?" Annie asked. "I don't know," said Jack. "These buildings look like barracks. That's where warriors sleep." "Huh, so maybe they're still asleep," said Annie. "No chance," said Jack. "Roman warriors get up before dawn. Maybe they went on a march." "Where did our guy on the black horse go?" said Annie. "He disappeared," said Jack, looking around. "I wish we had a research book." "Don't worry, you know a lot," said Annie. "Not enough," said Jack. "Let's explore and see what we can find out," said Annie. Jack and Annie started down the stone road. They stopped at a flagpole. A red flag was waving in the wind. On the flag was the figure of a ram. Below the ram were two words, Legion Gemina. The words were followed by 3 capital letters, XIV. "Those letters stand for the number 14, said Jack. "They're called Roman numerals." "I actually knew that," said Annie. "Our teacher taught us Roman numerals." "Cool," said Jack. Then they both made notes about the flag. "Hey," said Annie, "hear that noise?" Jack listened. Sounds were coming from the far end of the camp. "Let's check it out," he said. Jack and Annie hurried down the road. The sounds grew louder. "Something's going on outside the walls," said Jack. Jack and Annie hurried past the rows of barracks until they came to the camp's rear gate. "Mars the Victor!" Annie called to a guard. The guard waved them on, and they stepped through the gate onto a huge frosty field. "Oh, man," said Jack. "Warriors, finally!" said Annie. Hundreds of men were training on the field. They all wore armor and helmets. They were running, boxing, wrestling, throwing spears, and shooting arrows at targets. Not far away, a huge man was barking orders at a team of runners. He had a red plume on his helmet and medals on his armor, and he waved a big stick. "Hey, a Centurion," said Annie. "Yep," said Jack. "You gave a perfect description," said Annie. "Double time!" the Centurion yelled. The runners ran twice as fast. They were wearing heavy armor with huge packs strapped to their backs. "Remember how our rhyme says we should do what warriors do?" said Annie. "Ha," said Jack. "There's no way I can do what those guys are doing." "Me neither," said Annie. "But let's get closer to them and take some notes." Their feet crunched over the frozen grass as they headed toward the runners. "Halt!" a loud voice thundered. The tall, burly Centurion had spotted them. He dropped his stick and pulled out his sword. "Yikes!" said Annie. "Word of the day!" the huge man shouted, striding toward them. "Loud and clear!" "Mars the Victor!" Jack shouted. His heart was pounding. "We're visitors, and we're scholars under the command of the Imperial Guard." "We're taking notes on the Legion," said Annie, holding up her tablet. "We want to report on your good work." The Centurion studied them, then he put away his sword. He pointed at the runners. "Fighters in training," he roared. "Best training in the world. Write it down." Jack's hand trembled as he took notes. "What's in their packs?" Annie asked. "Food, water, bedroll, pans, handmill, spade, axe," the Centurion shouted, "plus 60 pounds of weapons. Best weapons in the world. Write it down." Jack and Annie took notes. "Do they train every day?" asked Jack. "Of course," said the Centurion, "and 3 times a month they march 20 miles with full armor and packs. If one gets out of step, he is punished. If he deserts his comrades, he is slain. Those are the rules." "Whoa," thought Jack. "Are there any women soldiers?" asked Annie. "Certainly not," said the Centurion. "Females have no fighting skills." "You don't know our Aunt Sally," murmured Annie. "Shush," said Jack. "Well, she's a major in the army," said Annie, "and she has a black belt in karate." The Centurion didn't seem to hear her. "The cavalry trains there," he yelled, pointing across the field. Men on horseback were jumping over log fences. Jack looked for the rider on the black horse. Best horses in the world, said the centurion. Write it down. Jack and Annie wrote it down. What do warriors do when they're not training? Said Annie. Clean stables, dig ditches, cook meals, the man answered. Repair armor, make weapons, build roads. I read that Romans make great roads, said Jack. Best in the world, the man snapped. Write it down. Jack and Annie wrote it down. Jack could see that Annie was trying not to laugh. We must prepare now for the royal parade, said the centurion. The emperor arrived from Rome yesterday to review the legion. Good day. The centurion turned and strode back to his runners. Scary guy, said Annie. Typical centurion, said Jack, trying to sound calm. Let's get out of here. Wait, said Annie. What did you write? Jack read from his tablet. Winter, rows of barracks, red flag, with ram, best weapons, best horses, best roads. Good, Annie said. But the rhyme said write what you feel. You didn't do that. Well, what did you write? Said Jack. I wrote stuff like rider on black horse friendly, like him, love the red shields. Oh, okay, said Jack. He pressed a stylus into his wax tablet. He wrote, Nervous, heart attack, help! Annie laughed when she read Jack's note. It's true, my heart's pounding, he said. Let's go back inside, said Annie. She and Jack left the field and hurried back into the Legion camp.